Hi everyone, it's Jerry. I'm on chess.com. I just got paired up playing a 5-0 game. So let's see what we get here. Okay, let's try for a fianchetto, and we'll avoid any gambit play with a quick capture on c4. Double fianchetto? No. Let's take a step with my e-pawn and retain some options with my d-pawn. Get a quick castles in there. Alright, so are they really prepared to give up the light square bishop? Seems like they are. Alright. H3 takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, queen d3. No, I could chase the queen away. I could return to e2. Okay, well, where are the knights' homes? I don't know. I'm wondering where they are because normally before you give up the bishop pair, you would like to have a specific square in mind to camp out with one of your knights. Maybe that's a bit too strong of a statement, but what we can say is right now there aren't any great gaps for these knights to maybe take advantage of my position. No holes in my position, really. So where to go with my queen knights? Let's go here. Just secure c4 a little bit more. Maybe I play e4. And open it up, or just let's hold my ground. Queen c2, rook d1, rook c1. Let's put this rook here first. So if I need to sneak away with my queen to b1, I could do that really quick. And let's start a little bit of expansion on the queen side. a3, b4. They could try to stop that with a5. Let's see. a5 is probably a good choice. Okay, so they're kind of floundering without a plan. If I play b4, maybe takes, and then the knight could camp out here. But you know what? I'm still going to go with this. They'd have to give up their center point. And there's no guarantee they could rely upon the d5 square anyway. Ooh. Now that move I did not consider. Well, okay. I don't think I could, I don't think it's a good idea to capture, so at least we're going to grab a little bit of space on the queen side. There won't be any knight to b6. And I was thinking on this move, I blasted open here. I'm really trying to target the c6 pawn now. Put to use this X-factor bishop, my light square bishop. He should turn out to be an animal. Let's take with the knight. All right. Many exchanges. They're going to try for f5 and e4. Be pretty committal. Nope. All right. Let's take here. Knight soon to be in a pin, and the resulting structure ties in well with my remaining bishop, my light square bishop. They're also without dark square bishops, basically, so maybe I could sneak into these squares one day. I don't know. I think the most pressing issue here for black is that the position's opening up. There's two completely open files in the center, and one of their pieces will have to defend c6 for forever, really. As soon as he falls, then this guy's pretty quick. So evening out on the clock was an important moment. You had to, I believe I had to respond just as I did with e4 and reply to e5. I had to hit that with e4. Probably just back up, huh? Bishop takes bishop first. Yeah, let's invite the king out a little bit. Yeah, why not? You give a check. Does that do anything? I want to go here. I'm thinking about maybe going to d6 now. I should probably keep that light square bishop, huh? If I go to f3, there's knight here. I wish I had g3 and I could just go all the way back to g2. You know what? Let's start with this check. So that way here, knight here, I can maybe allow knight takes bishop and get, have a major piece specific ending, and I could still look to put pressure on the c6 pawn, only with my rook now. So either way, one of my pieces basically wants to apply pressure to c6. This is a nice spot on d6 for the rook. It's a hole. I have support for it. Okay, let's back up. I guess my rooks will be challenged soon. Queen's being challenged. Okay, well, let's just hop on in there. I have a flight square. There we go. And so I will get a little bit of something. No, I don't want to. Let's just go here. I split the structure, but I also would give a great spot for the knight on d5 with two pawns controlling that. So now the threat is to take and then maybe go here. Am I winning a pawn now? Yeah, I think I'm winning a pawn now. So now I take and then play here, and I'm hitting two pawns. One will fall. How to make this as clean as possible? I think I want to take with the bishop. Box out the knight for one. And I'm preparing to just move and then take here. Or even here, bishop b7. Even better. Yeah, the bishop will do a good job of supporting the pawn on his way to promotion land c8. Under 2 for Team Black. Alright, they're stopping that. Let's just come all the way back. I'm hitting a6 now. And how about here? Threatening rook b7, rook takes, and then bishop takes. These pawns will be hunted down. And knight to d7, yeah, I think I could still just go there. Connected passed pawn is pretty valuable. What's black going to come up with? They're pretty passive. It's not only me being up a pawn, but my pieces are... Both pieces that I have are much better. Let's see what Zoka63 comes up with. So, is there something better? I'll go in for this. Their knight's passive. Knight to b8. I could slowly improve my king. Bishop for knight exchange, and it's a 1 king and pawn endgame. Let's observe a couple pawns. There's no way I'm letting that knight get active, or did I speak too soon? Did I speak a little too soon? Alright, yeah, I'm allowing unnecessary counterplay there. Alright, we're going to take that. And not give that pawn up so easily. Got 2 passed pawns. It's an interesting try, otherwise it's a slow grind. And actually, let's just improve the king. Still 1 king and pawn endgame with these outside passed pawns. I don't want to go here too quick. Yeah, let's start running with this guy now. Okay, now I could push here. And then here next. I have b7 covered, so this is pushing through now. I wonder where black went wrong. Just get a queen now. Might play this out now. They resigned. Well, b5 was certainly a bit of a shock to me, but I think I responded well. I should have at least anticipated that move when a6 was played. I was just kind of thinking a6 was a... Not quite sure what I was thinking when a6 played. When a6 was played, I don't think I really appreciated any idea connected with a6. Okay, let me not go into the analysis for just a moment. Anything to note before I consult with Stockfish? I've seen this idea before. I don't know if it's really... White's always going to have a little bit something because of the bishops. And just slowly building up is a fine approach, I believe. knight d2 stays out of the bishop's way. Yeah, just getting all my pieces playing, and then I'm ready for the opening up of the position. So yeah, I create a gap here as soon as I play this. This is a hole, and my opponent tried to take advantage of that. If I don't play this right away, knight b6, and then I have to work around a knight on c4. But I think how it played out, I'm able to still have something, because e5 can be met with e4. And then this is always an issue, as was really demonstrated in the game, just keying in on the c6 square. I think I would hold off on playing b4 in this position. Maybe do something else here in this middle game. You know, maybe e4 is the way to go. Open it up like that. Yeah. I think I'd maybe go with e4 in this position if I could do it over again. Okay, anyhow, let's bring it up. Bring up and open up the computer and see what it has to say. Alrighty, Stockfish. Let's see what you have to say here. Kind of zip through the opening stage. It'll just be evenish. But let's see about this idea with white giving up their light square bishop. It's probably 0.4-ish for me. Something right around there. So they have their structure coordinated with their bishop now. And yeah, just a slight pull for me. So really the one position I want to have a look at is once I have my rooks in play. Rook a to c1 and rook f to d1, probably both good. It's bouncing back and forth. As mentioned, if things open up quickly on the c file, I'd like to quickly make use of b1 and not get my queen stuck in between the rooks. So in other words, had I played this in c5, I may want to go here, but I wouldn't want to have a disconnect between my rooks. So therefore, rook a to c1 first, rook f to d1 next, and clear waste of time here for black with bishop f8, and then going back to g7. Not sure what that was about. I mean, if bishop d6, then, well, yeah, even e4 right now it's calling for. Yeah, that's the way to go. Yeah, it'd be pretty crazy to pull the bishop off of this diagonal, because there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that this pawn will not have the opportunity to push forward. Like, after e4, black pretty much has to give up their strong center point, as otherwise I may just be a moment away from acquiring a strategically won position, one where I grab space in both the center and the queen side, and black could do nothing but sit and wait, and the knights will have absolutely no activity if I'm to establish a pawn on e5 and c5. Not saying that that's best, but it's probably one approach to have a complete clamp down on the black position. That would be grabbing too much space. So basically e4 you have to take, and now this pawn is mobile, and this bishop can see, we could see ideas connected with the battery, checkmating ideas, etc. So bit of a waste of time in the end with bishop f8 and then returning to g7. Bishop to e2? So right here is where I was saying I would maybe go with e4. Let's have a look at e4. It's an idea. Yeah, I could go with this, and let's just see a couple more moves out. Takes, bishop takes, queen e7. Yeah. Black remains solid, but I still have this. And from here, I'd be looking for a timely d5 break. One thing to note in this position type is I wouldn't be too quick to play d5, I don't think. I would try to get some prep moves in, such as maybe dropping the bishop back, staying out of a knight move with an attack against my bishop, and even go for something like king g or g3, king to g2, and maybe even h4, if allowed, maybe h5. And who knows, maybe if I'm able to get an h5, I bring the rook over to h1. So I would go about it in a way where I'm making small improvements before finally breaking it open with d5, because I believe black is in a position type where they could really only do take up a sit and wait approach, and that's that would allow white to slowly build up the position before finally breaking with d4. So, okay. I went with b4. They went with b5. And, yeah, c5. And after, let's go with a5. After e5, well, it doesn't want to even go with e4. Is e4 bad? That's what I did. I don't think it could be bad now. Yeah, it's the right way forward. Make sure that the center pawns are all exchanged, and in the end, I really want to get at c6. Yeah, I could already say that as soon as b5 is played, I want at c6 like right now. That's probably their weakest pawn right now as soon as b5 is played. Whoops. So, in order to get at c6, e4 is the way. Any tactics missed once things are opening up here? Bishop h6. Popped up like that for a moment. Takes. And what more? Chop, chop, chop. Yeah, all exchanges. Bishop h6. Yeah. Very, yeah, that's not so human. To avoid the dark square bishop exchange and give me full control of this. Yeah, it's a bit awkward for sure. Queen e7. Did I have some clear way forward? I took first. Can't be a bad idea to have the king exposed on g7 to some checks. That's what I went for straight away. And what does it want to do? Oh, it's knight to f6, so... Oh, I could just jump in. Did I play rook to d6 here? No, I just backed up. I could jump into d6 right now. Okay. And on this, I'm taking here, and then I'd be on c6 twice with my rook and queen. Okay, so I don't have to back up. I lose a little something by doing that. Rook d6 is better. And after the queen exchange, yeah, I'm still right around a pawn advantage. Yeah, it's just tough now. I went with this. This is fine. As mentioned in the game, I didn't want to give this square up. Yeah, that wouldn't have been good. It would have been far more difficult for me to show that this is a weakness if there's a pawn on e6. He's isolated, but he has a very important role of supporting a knight d5 move. So that's why I just doubled. And now it's just winning. Exchange, and then jump into d6. Anything missed right around here, +2 and growing? I don't think so. Yeah. That knight got a little bit active, but by now it's just too much. 2 passed pawns, and I'm up 2 pawns. And yeah, just improve the king, and I'm pushing through now. That idea. Okay, well, interesting game. Feel free, as usual, to leave any feedback to this video in the comment section below. Hope you're having a great day, and I will catch you soon. That is all for now. Take care. Bye.